Hi guys, my name's Amber. I live in the UK and I'm 32 years old. This is a long story of how I got to where I am at the moment on my TikTok account, but I'll start from the beginning. So basically this account started 3 years ago on the 19th of November. So it's been 3 years this year. And I was just basically posting voice notes of when I was speaking to scammers pretending to be Johnny Depp. What I'd do is I'd talk to them long enough until they'd send me a voice note. I'd screen record the voice note and I'd post it on TikTok to show that there were scammers, and then obviously I'd block the fake Johnny Depp. And this was because the year before I'd fallen for a scam where I lost a lot of money by someone pretending to be Johnny Depp. So they did quite well and they got about 1,000 views each. I then moved into just posting photos of me going out, like making compilation videos of like maybe I was having dinner with my nan while I was out. I'd take photos of the meals and me and put the video on TikTok. And then I'd written to Johnny Depp's fan site and I'd got some signed postcards back. So I showed the picture of them. I took photos of them and put them in a video. I then would buy stuff, take photos, and I would put them into a video and upload them. And that's how my account went until, say, maybe sometime in 2025. I didn't do proper talking videos until last year. I actually started going live first in February after 2 months of saying, oh, I will go live, I won't go live. But this was mainly because my nan was really worried about the trolls, which obviously at later points she's had good reason. But I went live for a few months and I really enjoyed it. And when I say really enjoyed it, I mean I'd say I'm going on for an hour and I would go on for like, the shortest was probably an hour, then it went to 4 hours, 6 hours, I did 8 hours, I did a few 10 hours, I did a 12 hour, and I think I might have done a 14 hour as well. But I really enjoyed it then for a few months. And then it got to about sort of October and I was stuck on low views and between 200 and 300 views a video. So I uploaded a video just as a joke called I Need a Boyfriend on the 13th of October 2025. This was the first video on my account, my TikTok account, to go viral. It got over 1,000 views. 100,000 views, sorry. And then I had another video from the same series that got to over 1 million views. So one went viral and one went mega viral. And currently at the moment I have 4 videos from the same series sitting at over 1 million views each. I have multiple between 100,000 and 1 million, and I have multiple between 10,000 and 100,000. And I was actually stuck at 20 point something K followers for ages, and I made a video saying I would like to get to 30,000 followers by the end of the year. Little did I know that when I posted that video, my followers would absolutely skyrocket. And and I got to 100,000 by the end of the year. I actually even got to 200,000, and now I'm at the cusp of getting to 300,000. I'm really thankful for all my followers, because on the most part they're all nice and they all support me, but I have got a few that are making negative comments all the time on my posts, and they come into my live. I had one particular time, right, where obviously they're trying to get it past the filter, but they wanted to call me a fat cunt, but they knew that that wouldn't pass through the filter. So what they done was they swapped the first letter of each word round. So I was called a cat funt instead of a fat cunt. And the thing is, a few accounts have called me that, but you block them and they just open new accounts and come back in. Or what they do is they'll what they'll do is they'll come in on backup accounts if they get blocked from the backup accounts, and they'll come in on accounts of family and friends and ask why they were blocked. And they don't realise that'll get their family and friends blocked. And some have even got in touch with me on other social media and ask why they've been blocked. So we'll cut. Everything was alright apart from all the trolly comments in my lives and on my videos until December. In December, things ramped up. At 11:30 one night, the trolls had decided to send a welfare check out, so the police turned up. I went down thinking, oh shit, I've done something really wrong here. I'm going to be arrested. Because that's what you think when you hear police, don't you? You don't automatically think, oh, they're doing a welfare check. So I thought, oh God, they're coming and I'm being arrested. What have I done? And actually what had happened is the trolls had triggered this welfare check because of a post that I'd put up 2 months before when my mental health was really bad, saying that I won't go into it because obviously there's always people watching that might have been part of it, but basically saying that I wanted to do silly stuff to myself. But that got sorted and they left and they were happy. Everything was okay for a month, around a month, maybe a little bit more, until January, when the police turned up again. One policeman turned up this time. He was really nice actually, and he said, I didn't come to tell you to stop doing TikTok because that's what the trolls want. And if you do that, you're giving them what they want. But I did come round to tell you to be careful because there are horrible people around. I then went upstairs. Obviously, I was really shaken. And from then on, I went to my uncle's and spent about a week there. Because I had to completely reformulate my content. I was doing a lot of ranting videos about things I didn't like and things that annoyed me. And maybe a lot of them were seen as moaning. But I wasn't. I was just observing things that I didn't like. So the second policeman said, I don't want you to give up TikTok because that's what the trolls want. So I haven't given up TikTok. In fact, I've intensified. Now I'm on the cusp of 300,000 followers. I'm trying to get there. And I'm posting a lot a day. I think I'm posting like 10 a day, sometimes 11 videos a day. So I'm not going to stop my TikTok because the trolls want me to. I'm just going to intensify. But yeah, I spent about a week at my uncle's where we started doing new types of videos. Like I did an outfit of the day. I did outfit of the day. I did shop with me, cook with me. I did some eat with me and eat with me. I took photos and did some AIs of is dogs and cats. I made some videos about the cost of living and things like that, positively trying to change my profile and add new content. But even that's not right for some people. Even that's seen as, well, you can guess. Even that's not right for some people, and it's still wrong. Like, I do eat with me's, and they like to pick on the fact that I chew, but I probably don't chew enough. But they like to pick that out. And they like to point out pointless things like, your hair's greasy. And I know it's greasy. I suffer with chronic migraines, and it's hard when they're really bad to even put my head back so I can wash it or lean forward to wash it over the bath, which is how I usually do it. And I did a self-care, well, it was 2 videos that I made into one, where I ran a bath and then I washed my hair, and it did quite well. And then I like to do tests on my TikTok where I might put the same content but in 2 different ways. So I might do the separate videos first, and then about 2 or 3 days later I might have put all both videos into one and re-uploaded it and seen how they do. And I still might do that with other things, because sometimes I think it's best to have different versions of the same content. I've seen people do well doing that, where they do different versions of the same content, which is what my I Need a Boyfriend series is. It's the same catchphrase, but I use different things that I need a boyfriend for. But I'll come up with new series called I Don't Need a Boyfriend, and I'm just waiting to see how that's doing. And I come up with different series to try, and and also with my I Need a Boyfriend videos, people need to stop taking them so seriously, because at the end of the day, I only make them for content. Even though I am looking for a boyfriend, it's not on social media, because I know social media is not the place, although people have found partners and husbands on social media, but not for me. I'm looking in real life. But I've made some great friends on TikTok as well. And I've obviously made some great enemies. They're trolling me at the moment, keep coming into my live and saying that I need support, I need welfare checks again, I've got learning difficulties. Whereas, how can you tell someone, I mean the way they act, but how do you know without them saying, oh, actually I have been diagnosed? Because they're saying that, and I've not been diagnosed with any learning disabilities or difficulties. Not that that would be a problem, but they need to stop presuming that I've been diagnosed and I have these problems, because I might not have them, and it might just be the way I behave. But the trolling has really affected me, as you can imagine. I have anxiety now every time I upload a video, and every time I press the go live button, thinking, oh, is this a good idea? Am I gonna get a lot of trolls now? Which I do. It's really hard to keep track of a live chat where you might get like 200 people to, like, at some points in the last couple of days I've had like 200 to 230 people. So you can imagine for my mods, it can be quite hard to keep up with it, with all the people in there. I mean, yeah. And it's just the frequency of people coming in on other accounts when they've been blocked as well. Because that's something that TikTok don't stop. They don't stop people coming in on fake accounts or backup accounts to troll you that way. Because it's all about numbers and how many people are on the platform. How many more people have to be trolled to the point where they don't want to go live, or they might not want to make videos? How many other people has it got to affect before something's done about it? It's getting ridiculous. It's getting to the point where I have supported my lives, but I feel like the trolls scare off people that might want to, because, you know, they don't want to be dealing with the fact that they don't want to be dealing with the fact that there's trolls in my chat, and they might have to be tagged by them. Why are you supporting him? Why are you supporting her? Or things like that. And they seem to like to bring up the fact that one brought up the other day, I think it was, when you're having another KFC again so you can inhale it. This is based on the fact that I chew my food, but I don't probably chew enough. So obviously they're saying I don't chew at all. But I think I've said this, but they point out the most pointless things as well. Like, my name on TikTok is Amber Helping UK Households. They keep asking that, and it's like, does that really matter? Like, I uploaded quite a serious video about 2 or 3 days ago on, TikTok, but all my social media. So it went to Facebook and Instagram, and it might have gone to YouTube as well. But I uploaded quite a serious video saying that the fact that I was in a romance scam has made me feel like I don't deserve to be loved without some kind of payment. And I got a comment on there saying, what takeaway are you having? Or when you're having your next takeaway, what does helping UK households mean? I just think things like that don't need to be pointed out on such a serious video. And I know people are going to say, well, why'd you take it so personally? But I just don't understand why them sort of things need to be pointed out. It's pointless on a serious video like that. It's not important. But yeah, so, because I would never dream of going into someone's live and saying, what takeaway are you having next so you can inhale it. I would never dream of calling them a fat cunt. And I've also been called a fat slag as well, but they changed it to fat flag. I've been called that and fat flag and fat, or cat FUNT, obviously meaning fat FCUNT. Like, I buy the Neither perfume from TikTok shop, and because I've got a lot of perfume that's like from the designer brands like Chanel and Dior, which I do use every day, by the way, people like to say, why have you got all that perfume? You're wasting it. It's going to go off. I mean, I know it's going to go off, but I've been using it. And it's not like something that I could have probably afford to. I can't really afford to keep buying the new bottles, so I'm just taking my time with it. But I will be. There are some Chanel bottles of perfume that I've got that I'll be replace once they're used in the 35ml that I've bought. I will be replacing to the 50ml. I just didn't buy the 50ml at the time because I probably didn't have the money, and the 35ml was cheaper. So I have various versions of like a couple of perfumes, because I'm the sort that if, say for instance, they normally come out in eau de toilette and eau de parfum, and they might have one in the middle. I'm not one that will just buy the parfum, eau de parfum, or the eau de toilette. I will buy both. Like, I have a whole shelving unit behind the camera of cups that I bought from TikTok Shop. I've got so many, but I don't use them because it got a bit of a fad. I have used all of them, but it got a bit of a fad, and I was ordering like 4 or 5 at a time. And I actually find, like, if I'm buying chocolate and sweets off of TikTok or Amazon, I actually find it's better value for money to bulk buy because it's cheaper, and it means I don't have to keep going over the shop and spending $1.85 on a box of, say, Kinder Happy Hippos or Kinder Cards. It's definitely better value for money for me. But thank you guys for listening. See you later. Goodbye.